You're watching News 4 Nashville, working for you.
Good evening, I'm Bill Markham, and these are the headlines that set the scene at 6, the day after at Belmont.
I'm Dave Sanders, and in Spotlighting Sports, the unbeatables remain unbeatable, and it's prime time for the Over the Hill gang.
I'm Huell Hauser, and there's a big orange sky over Houston.
There are beautiful skies over Middle Tennessee, and I'm happy about that. I know you are too. I'm Roger Birch. We'll take a look at it on the weather.
From WSM Television News, the communications center of the Central South, it's the scene.
Channel 4's election coverage continues, brought to you by Commerce Union Bank with 27 branches in Middle Tennessee. When an area like Middle Tennessee grows, a bank that helps grows along with it. And by the people in your town who bottle Coca-Cola. Wherever you go, whatever you do, go first class with ice-cold Coke. It's the real thing.
38% of the precincts in Tennessee give President Nixon 211,000, McGovern 84,000.
Good evening, I'm Dave Daughtry, and here's what's happening on the scene at 6. Disqualifications at the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration.
And now a look at the local news and weather on the scene today. Here's your reporter, Bill Hall.
Good morning, everyone. Tennessee Governor Winfield Dunn says there is no doubt President Nixon failed to fully keep his public trust.
From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 6.
Good evening, I'm Carol Marine.
Decision 80 Tennessee is brought to you by Third National Bank, where a free booklet telling all about Now accounts is yours for the asking. By Henshaw's, your Ethan Allen Gallery, Green Hills and Madison. And by NLT Corporation, more than you'd expect.
I'm Dan Miller here along with Teddy Bart. We'll be going back to NBC a little later with the surprising national returns.
From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 10 with Dan Miller, Bill Hall, and Charlie McAlexander.
Good evening. Thousands of additional students will be bused to school in Nashville.
This is Channel 4, WSMV, Nashville.
From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 10 with Jim Travis, Sharon Puckett, Dan McDaniel, and Rudy Kalis.
Good evening. Tomorrow is the deadline for Chattanooga developer Franklin Haney to...
WSMV, Nashville. From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 6 with Dan Miller, Demetria Kaladimos, Bill Hall, and Charlie McAlexander.
Good evening. Nashville's Union Station will be converted into a hotel and a restaurant, according to plans announced late this afternoon.
WSMV, Nashville. From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 6 with Dan Miller, Demetria Kaladimos, Bill Hall, and Rudy Kalis. WSMV, Nashville. From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 10 with Demetria Kaladimos, Jeff McAtee, Bill Hall, and Rudy Kalis.
Good evening.
WSMV, Nashville. From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 6 with Jeff McAtee, Demetria Kaladimos, Bill Hall, and Rudy Kalis.
Good evening. We have two major stories tonight. Mayor Bill Boner announces major budget cuts and layoffs for Nashville.
WSMV, Nashville. From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 10 with Jeff McAtee, Bill Hall, and Rudy Kalis.
Good evening.
WSMV, Nashville. From Channel 4 News, this is the scene at 10 with Teddy Bart, Mike Bohan, and Joe Fisher. The scene at 10 with Demetria Kaladimos, Jeff McAtee, Bill Hall, and Rudy Kalis.
Good evening. It's one of the worst floods they've seen in 20 years.
From Channel 4, this is News Extra.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sharon Puckett.
It's 5 o'clock. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, 1992. It's Veterans Day. Our program is 5 o'clock. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dan Miller. Nice to have you with us. Hope you're having a pleasant day.
From Nashville's Channel 4, WSMV, bringing you Demetria Kaladimos and Andy Pearson with the news, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather on the Channel for News. This is The Scene at 5. From Nashville's Channel 4, WSMV, bringing you Demetria Kaladimos and Andy Pearson with the news, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather on the Channel for News. This is The Scene at 5. From Nashville's Channel 4, WSMV, bringing you Demetria Kaladimos and Jeff McAtee with the news, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather on the Channel for News. This is The Scene at 6.
From the Channel 4 News, WSMV Nashville, Sharon Puckett and Laura Faber with the news. This is The Scene at Sunrise. The Channel 4 News, WSMV Nashville, Demetria Kaladimos and Andy Pearson with the news, and Bill Hall's weather. This is The Scene at 5. From the Channel 4 News, WSMV Nashville, Demetria Kaladimos and Dan Miller with the news, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather.
Good evening. This is The Scene at 6.
From the Channel 4 News, WSMV Nashville, Demetria Kaladimos and Jeff McAtee with the news, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather. This is The Scene at 6.
A videotape may hold the truth.
While another witness publicly accuses a gallant...
4 News, WSMV Nashville, Demetria Kaladimos and Jeff McAtee with the news, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather. This is The Scene at 10.
Life outside of politics for one of Washington's all-time insiders.
From the Channel 4 News, WSMV Nashville, Demetria Kaladimos and Dan Miller with the news, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Scene at 10.
WSMV Nashville, working for you with Demetria Kaladimos and Bill Hall's weather.
Funeral services for State Senator Tommy Burks are set for tomorrow afternoon.
WSMV Nashville, working for you with Demetria Kaladimos and Dan Miller, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather.
WSMV Nashville, working for you with Demetria Kaladimos and Dan Miller, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather.
Will say that once the jury has rendered their verdict, been accepted by the court, and the jurors are discharged, the verdict is a verdict is a verdict, and you can't change it.
Confusion in the courtroom. Does that mean Rachel Green is guilty or not guilty? Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Scene at 10.
WSMV Nashville, working for you with Dan Miller and Demetria Kaladimos, Rudy Kayla's sports, and Bill Hall's weather.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Scene at 6.
WSMV Nashville, working for you with Cynthia Williams and Dennis Ferrier, Craig Williams Sports, and James Lewis's weather.
From WSMV Channel 4 Studios in Nashville, this is your News 4 Today.
Okay, good morning.
You're watching Channel 4 News, working for you.
We're going to drink a little. My older brother's going to be our designated driver.
Alcohol will be part of many New Year's Eve celebrations tonight, and police want to make sure you have a safe ride home. Happy New Year's Eve, and welcome to The Scene at 10.
You're watching Channel 4 News with Sharon Puckett and meteorologist Neil Barton. Channel 4, your #1 source for news, working for you with Dan Miller and Demetria Kaladimos News, Rudy Kalis Sports, and Bill Hall. You're watching Channel 4 News with Dan Miller and Demetria Kaladimos, Bill Hall, and Rudy Kalis.
But we just always felt safe.
You're watching Channel 4 News with Demetria Kaladimos and Dan Miller, Bill Hall, and Rudy Kalis.
Good evening and welcome to the Scene at 6.
And we begin with a quick look at the weather. We have had drizzle today and a storm line is moving across West Tennessee. The war against terrorism takes another dangerous turn for Fort Campbell soldiers. Several are hurt when a helicopter makes a hard landing in Afghanistan. Good evening, everyone. It is 10 o'clock Monday night.
And troops from Fort Campbell are again at the center of danger in Afghanistan.
You're watching Channel 4 News at 10 with Dan Miller and Demetria Kaladimos, Rudy Kalis Sports, and Bill Hall's weather. Channel 4 News, working for you.
A baby brutally beaten does not make it. Tonight, a Fort Campbell soldier faces new charges. The U.S. Senate looks to Nashville for its new leader. Last-minute gifts and great deals as Channel 4 covers the busiest shopping day. The radar is clear right now, but will it stay that way for a busy weekend?
Middle Tennessee's #1 news starts right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
Middle Tennessee's #1 news starts right now.
Good evening. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 6. I'm Bill Robertson. Dan is off tonight.
You're watching Channel 4 News. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome now to Channel 4 News at 6.
There's a new wave of crime hitting Nashville neighborhoods. And
You're watching Demetria Kaladimos, Dan Miller, Lisa Spencer, and Rudy Kalis. Channel 4 News. Coverage you can count on. Middle Tennessee's #1 news starts right now.
Good evening. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
Students in one of Nashville's biggest schools will have police protection tomorrow morning.
Middle Tennessee's #1 news starts right now.
Tonight, the legal maneuvers take a new turn for Perry March. He is facing his first court hearing while the custody of his children hangs in the balance. Good evening. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 6. Tonight, it can happen when you least expect it. It takes only seconds for a smash-and-grab robbery.
Middle Tennessee's #1 newscast starts now.
Good evening. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
Well, the tradition of Thanksgiving in this country is followed the next day by another tradition, shopping.
Middle Tennessee's #1 news starts now. This is Channel 4 News, working for you.
Good evening, everyone.
This is Channel 4 News Today, working for you.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to Channel 4 News Today. It is Thursday, almost 6 o'clock right now. Our temperature, well, we've been around 74 degrees. I'm Holly Thompson.
And I'm Aaron Solomon. Thank you so much for joining.
Tonight on Channel 4 News, extreme temperatures, high humidity. It's another dangerous day to be outdoors. And for people without air conditioners, Channel 4 is working to keep you cool in this oppressive summer heat.
He comes into the house and immediately starts kissing me.
She says the sheriff went too far, and now she's coming forward with her own video to prove it.
You're watching Channel 4 News, working for you.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
Now on Channel 4 News, targeted 3 times and still standing. It seems somebody really wants this church to burn down. An exploding problem. Would you believe Nashville has one of the worst homeless problems in the country? And murder on 911.
Patrick, it's all right. Relax, okay?
The chilling tape of a killer in the act.
This is Channel 4 News, working for you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Channel 4 News at 10.
Working for you in high definition. This is Channel 4 News.
We're always ready to talk about the weekend. Tim, good morning and welcome to Channel 4 News Today on this Thursday, 4 o'clock and 45 degrees. I'm Holly Thompson.
And I'm Aaron Solomon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Working for you in high definition. This is Channel 4 News.
Welcome to Channel 4 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Alan Frio. We're on late because of the Stanley Cup playoff.
Working for you in high definition. This is Channel 4 News.
And good evening. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
Live from the home of Super Bowl 43 and working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News.
Good evening again, everyone. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
It's hard to believe in this day and age, but a man says he was fired from his hotel job for being gay. Tonight, only on Channel 4, a student hit over and over in a school cafeteria. Where were the adults?
Popular restaurants shut down without explanation. The Channel 4i team uncovers the scandal you never knew about.
It's okay to say gay.
And the so-called Don't Say Gay bill finally comes up for a vote, but when it comes to discussing homosexuality in school, the fight is just getting started.
Working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
Working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News Today.
New this morning on Channel 4 News Today, a violent late-night crash sends 2 people to the hospital in critical condition. We will take you to the scene.
Also, a big construction project on a busy interstate starting tonight. We're going to let you know where it is and how it could affect that morning drive into work. And happening right now in Italy, Amanda Knox fighting back tears as she makes a passionate plea for freedom. We've got the latest developments coming up on that story in just a minute. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning. Welcome to Channel 4 News Today. I'm Ian Wright.
Notice the new face right here on Channel 4 News. Are you awake?
I'm awake. It's kind of like the first day of school, meeting new folks and kind of getting everything rocking and rolling.
A little excited. Well, we are glad.
Working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News Today. Live with breaking news.
Good morning. We're at 6:21 right now.
This is Channel 4's More at Midday. Working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News at 5. Working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News at 6. Live with breaking news.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News at 6. We begin tonight with breaking news out of Murray County.
Working for you in high definition, this is Channel 4 News at 10.
Neighbors were promised a transformation, but that hasn't been enough to turn a struggling mall around. Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News at 10.
Working for you. This is Channel 4 News Today.
Right now on Channel 4 News Today.
Live with a forewarned weather alert. This is Channel 4 News Today.
Well, good morning to you. There is a winter storm warning that is in effect right here in Middle Tennessee.
This is Today in Nashville, a celebration of the people, places, and things that make Music City a great place to live. Now your hosts Kelly Sutton and Carol Sullivan.
Well, happy Thursday, everybody.
Working for you. This is Channel 4 News at noon.
It was a case of an innocent man being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Working for you in high definition. This is Channel 4 News at 4.
We don't have nowhere to go.
Live with a forewarned weather alert. This is Channel 4 News at 5.
Good evening. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 5.
One game away from the Stanley Cup final. We stand with the Nashville Predators. Now on Channel 4 News at 5.
Good evening, everyone. It is the biggest night in Nashville's hockey history.
Working for you in high definition. This is Channel 4 News at 6.
One of the most talked about murder cases in Tennessee history has also become the most complicated.
Working for you. This is Channel 4 News at 6.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News at 6.
Live with a forewarned weather alert. This is Channel 4 News at 6.
Let's begin with a forewarned weather alert.
New detail tonight about a local firefighter accused of sexually assaulting a child. And it's been a wet 48 hours. We're going to tell you what your weekend forecast holds. Plus, tonight, supporters and protesters clash at a Trump rally, forcing it to be postponed for safety concerns.
Channel 4 News at 10 starts right now.
Working for you. This is Channel 4 News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News at 10. Demetria has the night off. We're
live with breaking news. This is Channel 4 News at 10.
It was a tough match, nearly down to the wire, but in the end, 2 quick goals sealed it.
Live with a forewarned weather alert. This is Channel 4 News at 10.
You just heard it. The potential for slick roads and snow has triggered a forewarned weather alert.
For the first time in history, the Nashville Predators head to the Stanley Cup final. Now on Channel 4 News at 10.
Well, they once said hockey would be a hard sell in Nashville, but we know how to play the game and we know how to win.
Working for you. This is News 4 at 5.
Here it is, some terrifying video from the State Fair tragedy.
Live with breaking news. This is News 4 at 6.
Good evening. Demetria has the evening off. 2 young children are missing tonight and police believe they might be in danger.
Working for you. This is News 4 at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to News 4 at 10.
News 4 today. Working for you.
Anyone that would murder a deputy sheriff protecting our community.
News 4 at noon. Working for you. Hurricane Florence. News 4 at 5. Working for you.
Welcome to News 4 at 5. ER wait times are doubling in some cases.
News 4 at 6. Working for you.
Abused, dragged, and robbed. A horrendous attack caught on camera tonight. A big push to get the attacker off the streets.
News 4 at 6:30. Working for you.
It's 6:30 right now.
Let's get you caught up on the top local stories that we're covering for you tonight.
Don't get tricked. The holidays are here and you may need a safe ride home. The steps you can take to make sure your driver isn't an imposter. Caught on camera, a Tennessee councilman lashes out at a stranger and what he says next shocks the crowd. Cold and wet. As the temperatures drop, the rain could turn into snow. We'll tell you how it'll affect your Friday morning commute. News 4 Nashville starts now. News 4 at 10, live with breaking news.
That breaking news right now, Metro Police investigating a double shooting.
News 4 at 10 starts now with breaking news.
And that breaking news tonight, police investigating a deadly shooting on Center Street in Laverne.
News 4 today starts now.
As you wake up this morning, the people of Nashville ordered to stay home as the coronavirus continues to spread.
A person of interest is now an accused killer. Tonight, the search for the man officers say stabbed 3 people outside a Nashville bar who were just defending their friend. Plus, he's a Titans player on the weekends and Santa's helper during the holidays. How running back Derrick Henry is making this an unforgettable Christmas for dozens of mid-state families.
News 4 tonight starts now.
It was important for the community to help us now get Michael Mosley off of the streets.
This is News 4 Nashville.
A fire at a Nashville hotel forces more than 100 people from their homes into the cold in the early morning hours.
So glad you're with us watching Today in Nashville.
You're watching News 4 at 5.
And as we promised, we're bringing you breaking news.
You're watching News 4 Nashville.
All right, welcome back.
This is News 4 Nashville.
Scary moments today for dozens who witnessed a shooting on I-24.
It's 4 days until Titans opening day. Your favorite watching spot at the bar will look very different. How owners are keeping you safe during the grand return of football.
And he says, I don't feel good, Mom. And I say, okay, well, let me move mountains.
A lawsuit that could shake up the foundation of the governor's pandemic response. Tonight, News 4 Investigates digs into the fight between parents' choice and state safety mandates.
I'm out with a tiger cub.
Do what? Tennessee 911 calls for the ages, and now the hunt is on. More on the bizarre calls you won't want to miss on News 4 tonight.
News 4 Nashville starts now with this breaking news alert.
And that breaking news we begin with tonight. An endangered child alert has been issued out of Mount Juliet.
This is a breaking news alert.
For the good of our state, social distancing must continue, but our economic shutdown cannot.
This is News 4 Nashville.
We are back on this Tuesday. Let's take a live look outside for you.
News 4 Nashville starts now with this breaking news alert.
And that breaking news, a man is in serious condition after a stabbing on Lower Broadway.
This is News 4 Nashville.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Department of Veterans Affairs is requiring health workers be vaccinated against COVID-19.
You're watching News 4 Nashville at 4.
Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 4 o'clock, live on air and streaming on the News 4 app.
This is News 4 Nashville.
Right now, Tennessee is dealing with a new spike of coronavirus cases at
Tonight, thousands of dollars heading to social media influencers to promote our state's campaign to bring in more travelers to Tennessee. Is it taxpayer dollars well spent, though? Why it's catching heat tonight.
It's no question that Nashville is seeing a major growth, and that growth could impact who represents your neighborhood when it comes to important issues. Tonight, what you need to know.
And face masks are not required for Nashville students in the upcoming school year, but hundreds of parents want that to change. The plea they're bringing to school officials tomorrow.
This is News 4 Nashville.
And good evening, everyone.
News 4 Nashville starts now with this forewarned weather alert.
Good evening, everyone. Before we get to that 4-1 weather alert, we've got
coming up on WSMV4 News today at 6. Police are investigating after a body is found on a street in downtown Nashville. The latest on the investigation as authorities work to find out what happened. Plus, Hurricane Ian is finally over, but the cleanup and rescue efforts are far from it. The devastation it left behind on the East Coast as people continue to reel from that storm. And putting an end to domestic violence, the new mission from police to stop the growing issue in our city. That and much more coming up right now on WSMV4 News Today.
This is WSMV4 News Today.
Good morning, and thank you for waking up with us right here on WSMV4 News Today.
This is WSMV4 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Brendan Deere.
This is WSMV4 News at 6. This is WSMV4 News at 10.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brendan Tierney. We're getting our...
This is Channel 4 WSMTV Nashville.